I'd like you all to think back to your childhoods. Think back to the days of water balloon fights, how much fun you had with them, how great they were at that time. But I'd also like you to think about the issues that came with them. Namely, how traditional water balloons take a long time to fill and tie, how they pose a risk of injury, and how they pose a threat to the environment via pollution. My product that I am selling today is a product from the brand Soppy Kid, and it is a reusable water balloon design that could remind you of how an Easter egg kind of works. The way that it is designed, it opens just like a traditional Easter egg. You put it in the water, it closes, and when you throw it, it comes apart. They are made to be reused, and they are meant to fix the issues that come with them. The issue of how long water balloons take to fill and tie has been solved for quite a bit by a brand called Bunch of Balloons, where they took their design, attach it to a hose, and it fills up a bunch of water balloons at once. But the risk of injury that comes with traditional water balloons is something that still stands today. Whether it's a balloon that isn't filled up enough, a balloon that has a defect in the latex that is used, that mainly happens with water balloons made from recycled materials. They are more prone to have defects in the latex, defects in the plastic that's used to actually allow that water balloon to break like it's supposed to. Some of the injuries that have been noted are bruises, eye damage. For examples, could be black eyes. Some severe cases include cornea damage, retina damage, and fractures of like the eye sockets, and ear damage. Some severe cases, if you get hit smack dab on the ear, it could have a chance to rupture your eardrum or get some water in there and cause an ear infection. Another risk of injury that is posed by traditional water balloons is the risk of suffocation. The uninflated balloons are small, and the pieces of water balloon that come off when the water balloon pops are also small, and that is why on water balloon packaging you will see a choking hazard written in the bottom corner. It's because they pose a risk to small children that if they get their hands on it, they could put it in their mouths and suffocate. Which leads me to my next point, which is the effects of traditional water balloons on pollution. Traditional water balloons, when they are left out after being used, take a long time to decompose. And if they are left out, they pose a risk to wildlife, mistaking it for food and eating it and suffocating on the latex. They pose a risk to the amount of, if there's chemicals made in it, those chemicals can seep into the ground, seep into the water, and affect the water supply, affect plant life in the area. And even the biodegradable water balloons are not as biodegradable as you'd think they would be. Depending on the chemicals used, the dyes used, and the additives used to shape and make the material for the balloon can affect their biodegrading process and how long it takes. The way that Soppy Kid's design fixes this is that it has a designated weak area, so it is meant to come apart when it hits you. So there is less risk of an injury of a balloon hitting you and not popping, and they are meant to be reused. They are meant to be reused up to over 1,000 times, the company says. And with that, and the effects that these balloons are trying to fix on the environment and our safety, why don't we make a difference with the way that we want to have fun?